Is the 900. I've been over 40 and back under like 3 different times. It's the 900. It's our organization that we have to look out for and support. So I just want to point that out. You guys catching up with my slideshow back there? There, okay, we're over there. Perfect. So Jay Kinder and Sheila talked about why. Find your why and why it's so important. I did not find my why. It found me and kicked my ass. So I'm going to bare my soul and share with you my why. Who is here selling real estate during the crash? Look at that, right? I was there too. You know, right when it crashed, I'd go to Home Depot. I knew everyone because they're all realtors. They were working hard, but I stuck through it, you know? And it was a double whammy for me because I was going through one of the worst financial divorces that Charlotte, North Carolina ever saw. So how did it go? I'm driving home one day, and I pull into the house I was renting. I hit the garage door opener, and it wouldn't open the garage door. I was like, geez, son of a gun landlord. I mean, get a good garage door opener that will work. Well, I go inside and go to flick the lights on, no like power. So I said, I better call New Power and get the power on, because I got my kids this weekend tomorrow, and they need electricity. Otherwise, my ex-wife will have me with social services, right? So guess what? I didn't have enough money in my account to turn on the lights. So at 40 years old, I have to call my mom. And that's a hard phone call. And she gets electricity turned on. Guess what? 30 days later, same thing. Call mom again, make that terrible phone call. 3 days later, and I'm in North Carolina, my mom shows up from New York. She's like, what's happening here? I said, don't worry about it, Mom, a little slow, things are good. Don't you worry about me. So I said, let me run upstairs, change, and we'll go to lunch. I walk back downstairs, my mother's at the kitchen island crying. I'm like, wow, what's the matter? She opens up the fridge door, and I had jelly, peanut butter, and shredded cheese. Nothing else in the fridge. And she's crying. That's not even my why yet. It's worse. So 4 days later, we're packing up and moving. It is my 4th move in 3 years. Because every time I got in a rental, the landlord would call me up and say, Bill, I hate to do this. Times are tough. We have to sell the rental. But the good news is you're going to be our realtor. I said, great. So basically, the commission paid for my move. So we're packing up. And I can't find my 10-year-old daughter. I go to the front stoop. And she's sitting there crying. It's hard for me to get through, guys. So I look at her. I say, Liz, what's the matter? She's, Daddy, I don't want to move anymore. There's my why. I walked right into my fiance. I said, next house we buy, we do not move again. It's been 8 years in the same house. I don't have to worry about my daughter crying anymore. But I had to make things real. I had to get through this. So I went back to basics. Open houses, FSBOs, expireds, guerrilla marketing. And for 8 years in a row, I was selling 65 homes a year. I'm not a team, individual agent. I'm all by myself doing this. Bought rental properties. That was going to be my revenue share, right? That was going to be my retirement. Rob Flick, you told me before, that's not the plan, baby. No, it didn't work. Every time I had a rental, something would break, all my profit was gone. So I'm on the hamster wheel. Guys, I can't get off the hamster wheel. I'm going to put myself in the grave at the pace I was going. Then I got the phone call, just like you guys got. Craig LePage and Shelly Johnson called me up and said, let's meet for a beer. I said, okay, let's have a beer. Easy sell. And let's talk about this new opportunity. And they did. And I was open to it. I was ready to sign up like that day. And they're like, hold on, our paperwork's not through. Once we're through, you can be on. It didn't take me too long to figure this out. So, we get asked all the time. We're lucky enough in Charlotte, we have a lot of leaders, and Charlotte's had a lot of success. So I'm going to go through how we got there. Lunch and learns. We started doing a lunch and learn, and the first one was really successful. So then I called up another realtor. I said, Keely Tays, would you mind starting at the lunch and learn in South Charlotte, about 30 minutes from us? She goes, no problem. Boom, we have a second lunch and learn. Then I hooked up with Marcus Dilly. I said, Marcus, do you mind doing a lunch and learn 30 minutes in the other direction? Sure. We had 5 lunch and learns going for over a year and a half, 5 times a week. That created the momentum. It kept the buzz going. Then we had celebrity events. Jason Gessing would come in town. Brent Gove, Gene Frederick, Sheila Bergeron. And guess what? Those lunch and learns, guys, we had 350 to 450 every time we had these. It was really impressive. Local weekly education, Craig and Shelley sat me down and said, hey, I think we need to do a little extra education. We had this great office. We sat down with Kathy Burns and Keely, and we came up with a curriculum. And every Thursday, we have education face-to-face in Craig and Shelley's office. And it was great. It depends what we taught. If it was listening presentation, you might have 10 people. When it's social media, lead generation, you'd have 60. The house would be packed. And we went from there. All of a sudden, we have 2 other offices doing education on a weekly basis. Zoom calls. My buddy Rich Tom City, Tom Hawker, Barry Pulver, we still have them twice a week. Local seminars, how to attract agents. We have that too, 3 times a year. We get about 150, 200 eXp agents together. We have something like this on a smaller scale, and we share the practices that work for us. Impact your real estate career. 3 times a year, we have a 2-day seminar, how to grow your business. We just did one in Myrtle Beach. We have one in January in Charlotte, and then Charleston in May. Why is that important? It's not an eXp event. We're just attracting really good agents to share with them how to get better at selling real estate. Now, we're no dummies. All of a sudden, someone gets up and says, before we start the seminar, we really like to thank eXp agents for supporting this event. And we have a little 20-minute show on eXp. And then local social events like Rob Flip was saying yesterday, pool parties, ball games. So we do all that because you got to keep your core intact. When I came over 2 years ago, I think we had about 100 agents in Charlotte. Now we have 1,200 agents in Charlotte. So it's growing pretty good. Now this is really important. Develop leaders by leading down. How can I support 900 agents? I can't do it, right? Somehow, Brent and Gene and Rob on the time, but I don't know how you support 900 agents, right? But if I support my 39 really well, and I help them become good leaders, then I educate them how to support their level 1s, which is what? My level 2. Then it works, and it just keeps trickling down. And that's how you build a successful organization, and you keep the attrition rate low. Okay, let's talk about some proven methods. Get proficient at whatever your style is. Okay, you're not going to copy Brent Gove or Rob or Gene or whoever. Just get comfortable with what you do best. So I've been lucky enough with these lunch and learns to see some of the best come into town and present eXp. Jason Gessing, right? Attorney, really smart, right? Corporate eXp. Well, he's relating to everyone in the room with his high IQ and high vocabulary, the old engineers that are now realtors and accountants. He's walking around the room using the word ancillary. Everyone at my table is like, what's that mean? Okay. But he's obviously gonna attract a lot of the same white people. Brent Gove comes into Charlotte, Tyler, right? He just brings this big crowd. That's what he does, okay? And after he gets off stage, there's people like, open up your laptop, I want to sign up right now. People rush to the stage, they want his autograph, they want a selfie. True story. 2 months after Brent left, I'm going to lunch with him. 2 ladies came up to me, they were pissed at me. I said, what did I do? They said, you said we could meet Brent Gove. I said, he was here 2 months ago. Yeah, well the line was like 150 people deep, and then he had to catch a plane, and I didn't get a chance to see him. I was like, baby, Elvis left the building, you just got to get there a little earlier. Sheila Bergeron, right? Heartfelt story. Did you hear that today? So Sheila gets up, crushes it in Charlotte, And then we piggybacked with that because I knew she would crush it. And I asked my 10 top agents in Charlotte, female agents, to get up before she went up and tell their story. It was probably one of the best days we had. It wasn't even my idea. My wife, it was a big attorney, a nonprofit. She's like, why do I see all these men all the time? Yeah, she'll come and that's great. But why don't you put down the mic and get your top female agents? And we did, and it was a lot of fun. Oh, Jean and Frederick. Jean, I don't see you in the room, but this is going to be fun. Jean is all about connecting with people, building relationships, right? So I give Jean the mic. You know how long he's on stage for? Charlotte, this is Jean. Hey guys, I'm Jean Frederick. How you doing? How long you guys been married for? Oh. Okay, I'm married 25 years. I love my wife. I've been on the road now for a week. I miss my wife so much. And Jean got choked up trying to get through that, just missing his wife, right? Now every woman in the room loves Jean. Right? Then he goes over to someone else and their grandparents. And he looks at it and says, you have grandchildren? They say, yeah. He goes, oh, I have grandchildren. I miss them so much. I tell you what, I got this one kid, grandkid. He's got a great name. He doesn't have Eugene like me. He's like, I used to get beat up in the playground growing up with a name like Eugene. He's like, but this kid is going to be destined for greatness just for his name. And Gene leans forward, and he makes sure everyone's paying attention. He has that pause. He goes, you ready for this kid's name? Lincoln Apollo. And he does it again. Lincoln Apollo. This kid's going to be a senator, right? Do you guys want to see a picture of Lincoln Apollo? There you go. Is that a good-looking kid or what? So I called Gene last week. I said, Gene, do you mind if I put Lincoln up on the screen? He's like, no, of course. I said, but really, I need Nicole and Brian's number, his parents. I know you're giving the permission, but Nicole and Brian, thank you very much. Find your approach, hone your skill, and stick to the script. How do we do that? Okay. Educate yourself on the eXp model. Educate yourself on the system. Once you do, what happens? Your belief in the system grows. And when your belief in the system grows, what grows inside of you? Confidence, right? Well, let's look at this example. If you get a phone call and they're like, hey, Bill Price, I want you to come over my house, do a comparative market analysis, and tell me